Jack was 16, but he felt much older. Every day was the same, a monotonous blur of gray that sapped the life out of him. He had friends, but their laughter felt distant, like an echo from a place he could no longer reach. School was a chore, home was a prison, and each morning, waking up felt like a burden he could barely carry. His parents noticed the change in him, but they didn't understand it. They offered advice, told him to cheer up or try harder, but their words felt hollow. Jack knew they meant well, but it only made him feel more isolated. He wished he could tell them what was wrong, but he didn't have the words for it. All he knew was that the world had lost its color, and he didn't know how to get it back. One cold evening, Jack found himself walking aimlessly through the city, trying to escape the suffocating thoughts that clung to him like shadows. The streets were alive with people going about their lives, but to Jack, they were like ghosts, moving, speaking, laughing, but all distant, untouchable. He wandered into a park he used to visit as a child. The swings were still there, the playground still vibrant with children's laughter, but Jack felt none of the joy he once did. He sat on a bench and closed his eyes, trying to remember what it felt like to be happy, to feel something other than this heavy, crushing sadness. The thought of escape lingered in his mind, tempting him. He didn't want to die, but he was so tired of living like this, tired of the numbness, the emptiness that seemed to stretch on forever. He wondered if there was a way out, a way to feel alive again. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of Jack's depression grew heavier. He withdrew from his friends, avoiding their calls and messages. At school, he kept his head down, speaking only when necessary. Even his teachers noticed the change, but no one knew how to reach him. Jack spent more time alone in his room, staring at the ceiling, his thoughts dark and unrelenting. He wanted to scream, to cry out for help, but the words caught in his throat. He didn't want to be a burden, didn't want to worry anyone. So he stayed silent, hoping that somehow someone would notice, would understand what he couldn't say. But no one did. His parents grew more frustrated, his friends more distant, and Jack, feeling more alone than ever, began to believe that maybe the world would be better off without him.